Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa. I've been teaching English for over 10 years now. Today, I'm going to give you 8 tips to improve your English speaking skills. Tip number 1, develop friendships with people who want to practice English with you. This may seem very obvious, but I am shocked at the amount of students that do not do this. You do not need to have access to a native speaking friend. As long as you and your friend are relatively at the same level, you can help each other. You just have to be committed to speaking a set amount of time each day. Start small. Perhaps you're going to agree on a daily basis to speak just 30 minutes every day in English, and then increase the time as you go. So you might be able to push it to 1 hour or 2 hours. That way, you are speaking more. That is the secret to becoming a more fluent speaker. Speak more, find more opportunities. Tip number 2, record yourself speaking in English. Take a small paragraph from any book or magazine of your choosing and record your voice, and then play that recording for your teacher or a friend and get feedback. You can also listen to someone who is a native English speaker, listen to them, and then you repeat by recording yourself and see how you did. You can compare the 2 recordings. You can also read a paragraph from, again, any book or magazine, and then practice summarizing that paragraph. Record yourself doing that. Come back a week later to the recording and write down any mistakes that you will hear. Tip number 3, practice speaking on a variety of topics, but for a limited amount of time. Record your answer and play it back for a friend or a teacher, or just simply listen to your own recording and see how you might be able to improve. For example, you might choose a question like, where did I go on vacation last time? Did I have a good time, a bad time? What was the experience like? But time yourself. Ready, set, go. Give yourself about 1 minute to talk about that topic or that question. Record yourself and then play it back for yourself. This kind of speaking is called extemporaneous speaking. Extemporaneous speaking. It's the kind of speaking that you want to practice and you want to do well. Well, what is extemporaneous speaking? It is speaking without preparation. It's what we do every day in everyday conversation. So by timing yourself and giving yourself a limited amount of time to answer is really copying what we do in real life. We often don't have a chance to really think about what we want to say because we're asked a question or we're asked to give our input into a conversation. So this is a good way to practice extemporaneous speaking. Tip number 4, listen to audiobooks and podcasts. Study the pronunciation, the stress, and the intonation of the speakers. Tip number 5, practice speaking about everyday issues that are relevant to your English language life. So, for example, if you are a chef, you need to be talking about cooking and the vocabulary related to cooking. If, for example, you are an IT person, you need to be talking about computer-related issues and the vocabulary related to that topic. What is relevant to your life? Too many students just practice learning random words that are not relevant to their life. You need to understand why you are learning those words and will they help you advance in your life and reach your goals. Tip number 6, concentrate on speaking clearly with good pronunciation and intonation. Well, you might be saying, Lisa, don't I already try to do that every time I speak? Well, I am talking about practicing. So you need to overpronounce. You need to really focus on speaking clearly. Let me give you an example. Simple sentence. I went to the grocery store yesterday. Practice saying that sentence with overpronunciation and really paying attention to intonation and stress. I'll do it for you. I went to the grocery store yesterday. I am trying to get every sound. I'm trying to stress the right syllables, and I'm overpronouncing. I'm actually opening my mouth a little bit wider. And what you're doing is trying to train the mouth, lips, tongue, throat for a better English sound. You are more trained for your native English sound. If you haven't done so already, please put in the comments what country you are from and what is your native language. Tip number 7. Watch movies, TV, and also listen to the radio. But have a plan. Have your notebook ready to write down any expressions or idioms that any of the speakers use. Also listen. Really listen for the speech patterns of English. Every language has a different speech pattern, and every individual person has a speech pattern. So listen as much as you can to the English language, and this will improve your listening skills. And we've come to our final tip. Tip number 8, practice intonation and pronunciation by reading aloud, not silently. I am surprised at the amount of students that don't read out loud, even just for a few minutes each day, even 5 minutes a day, but not quietly. Why does this make a difference? When you read out loud, you are training the mouth, lips, tongue, and throat. And you are also hearing the word because you are saying the word, and you are also seeing the word. So you are involving more senses when you read out loud. When you read quietly to yourself, you are only seeing the word. So by reading out loud, this can actually help you with your speaking. I did a video on this, on how to read out loud and different ways to read with a purpose. I will put the link to that video in the description. So please try to take 1 or 2 of these tips and try to practice these tips. Implement them in your English language life. Please remember to like and subscribe, and put in the comments where you're from and what language you speak. What is your native language? I would love to put some videos out that are more targeted to certain language groups to help you improve. See you next time, and remember to speak more.